The following computer-based training, or CBT, is a production of the Capital Health Plan's Applications Training Department. Welcome to the Softheon Broker Portal CBT. This CBT will demonstrate how to verify yourself as a broker and the process for enrolling a member in the individual marketplace from the Softheon Web Portal. To begin the process, you must first create an account on the Softheon website. From a Chrome browser, go to capitalhealth.softheon.com/broker, or from the CHP intranet, click Marketplace Resources. Then select the Broker Portal icon. On the Broker Sign-In page, click Create an Account. Enter your email address and then create a password. Please note, your password must contain a lowercase and uppercase letter, a number, a special character, and be a minimum of 12 characters in length. Type the password again to confirm, and then retype the code displayed. Click the Create Account button. You will then need to verify your broker account and identity the first time you log in. Enter your first and last name and national producer number and then click Submit. Your broker name and NPN number are displayed here. The first time you access this page, you will need to add your CMS username to the Settings page. Click Settings, enter your CMS username in the FFM ID field, and then click Update. Please allow up to 24 hours for Softheon to sync with CMS. You have the option to start an application or a quote for the client. Select Start Quote to review optional plans for the client. Select Start Application for clients that have already determined the plan they wish to purchase. Depending on your selection, the following screens will vary for quotes versus an application. For our example, we will be starting a quote. The process begins by entering the zip code of the client. We will be shopping for coverage for a single individual that does not use tobacco. Enter the client's age, tobacco status, and gender identity. If there were dependents also shopping for coverage, you may add a spouse and/or child here. Click Next once information for all applicants has been added. Select the date the coverage is expected to begin. For our example, during open enrollment, we will select January 1st of the following year. Enter the client's expected yearly income for the upcoming year. The system will notify you if they are eligible for tax credits or subsidies. Click Next. Potential plans on or off exchange will display. To select an on-exchange plan and use available tax credits or subsidies, select the On-Market Plans. Then click Next. To review and compare plans, select the Compare checkbox for each plan you wish to compare. Then select the Compare button. After reviewing the available plans, to enroll in a plan and start an application, select the Enroll button at the top of the page. Please note, if Start Application is chosen at the beginning of the process, you will be taken directly to the following steps. After reviewing the introduction page, scroll to the bottom and select the coverage year from the drop-down menu. Select Florida as the state the member will be applying for coverage in and click Next. On the Disclaimers page, select both checkboxes to agree to the Privacy Act statements. Then click Next. To confirm your identity as a broker, you will need to complete all fields on this screen. The information entered here will be your information as the broker, rather than the client data. Please note that the Social Security number field is a required field. All other required fields are indicated with an asterisk. Once completed, click Submit. Additional security questions will appear. Select the correct answers to questions regarding your identity. When completed, click Submit. If you are unable to be verified, please call Experian for assistance. Experian's help desk number is 1-866-578-5409. Their hours of operation are as follows: Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and on Saturday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time, Sunday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. Once your identity has been verified, click Next to be taken to the Broker Overview page. Re-enter your national producer number and then click Next. Now enter the client's information to confirm their identity. Select the type of primary supporting document you use to confirm their identity, such as their driver's license. Then click Submit. Once the client identity has been verified, click Next. If an application was previously begun by the client on the Intranet or during a previous meeting, you may search for and continue with the original application. To continue with an existing application, click the Select button. If no application has been found, select the option to create a new application. Then click Next. When starting a new application without first starting a quote, you must select whether the application is for an on-exchange or off-exchange plan. Enter or review the household contact information of the client. This must be entered for new applications and will be pre-populated for existing applications. To create a new application after verifying the client address, answer the questions regarding the client's mailing address, application notification methods, and who is requesting coverage. Please note that if there are dependents applying for coverage, additional questions for each dependent will need to be answered. Click Next once the questions have been answered. Because you are completing the application for the client, select Yes to the question that a professional is helping complete the application. Select Agent or Broker as the type of professional helping. Then enter your name and NPN number in the Agent or Broker fields. Select the number of people requesting help paying for coverage. In our example, there is only one person in the family, so we have selected 1. Select the expected total household income for the coverage year. Select Yes to see if they qualify for additional help paying for coverage. This will determine if the client is eligible for the advanced premium tax credit to apply towards their monthly premium based on their expected income. Click Next. Questions about the client's taxes must be answered to verify whether they will be filing a tax return for the upcoming year and whether they may be claimed as a dependent by someone else. Our client will be filing taxes next year and is not a dependent on anyone else's tax return. If someone else in the household is not applying for coverage but is filing taxes, you may enter their information here. Our client does not have anyone else in the household, so we will skip this section. Click Next. If your client has tax dependents, click Add Tax Dependent to enter the dependent's information. Our client does not have any dependents to claim on their taxes. We will verify this by clicking the client's name, selecting the checkbox, and then click Next. Verify whether the client is the primary caretaker of any children in the household. If you select Yes, you will be prompted to enter the child's information. Our client is not the caretaker of any children, so we will select No and click Next. Enter the client's Social Security number. Questions regarding race and ethnicity are optional to answer. Answer whether the client is a U.S. citizen or U.S. national, naturalized or derived citizen, and then click Next. Answer the questions regarding the client's household situation. If the question does not apply to the client, select none of these people. If the question does apply to the client or their dependents, select the name of the person to which the question applies. If the client does not have a disability or need help with daily activities, do not select the checkbox by their name. After all questions have been answered, click Next. Review the information on the Member Summary screen. If there are any corrections to be made, return to the Household Contact Info page. If the data is correct, click Next. Select the client's source of income from the drop-down menu. Enter the amount of the income, employer name, and employer contact information. Fields with an asterisk are required. If the client has multiple sources of income, click the Add Income Source button. Click Next at the bottom of the page. To verify the estimated income amount, click Yes, then click Next. Review the Premium Tax Credit screen to indicate whether the client is currently enrolled for coverage for the upcoming year. Since our client does not currently have coverage for the next year, we will not select the checkbox by their name. Select whether the client has coverage from an HRA through their job or other means. This is uncommon. Our client does not have HRA coverage, so we will select none of these people. Select whether the client is offered health coverage through their job or other means. Since our client's employer does not offer health coverage, we will select none of these. Click Next. Since our client does not have an HRA, select none of these and then click Next. As with all screens, required fields are denoted with an asterisk. If the application is being completed during open enrollment, select none of these people for the special enrollment questions. If you are completing an application outside of the open enrollment period, you will need to select the client's name for the qualifying event. Click Next. Review the application summary details. Select the I agree statement and button for ending coverage if other qualifying health coverage is enrolled in at a later date. Select the I agree button to agree to notify the marketplace of any changes to the My Marketplace account. Click Yes to agree that the client is signing and completing the application under penalty of perjury. Have the client type their name in the electronic signature field or type it for them if they are unable. Click Submit. After submitting the application, the eligibility results will display. To view the letter of eligibility, click the View Eligibility Notice button. The letter of eligibility from CMS will display for review and printing. After downloading and reviewing your eligibility notice, click Continue Enrollment to complete the application. To continue to the payment screen, click Make a Payment. Please note that the member ID displayed is the Softheon ID. This will be crosswalked to our Capital Health Plan Insurance System, QNext, and updated through our interface. Enter the amount of the payment being made. Our client is paying with a credit card. Enter the payment type and account number, expiration date, and CVV. Enter the client's billing name, address, and email address. Select the Confirmation of Online Payment checkbox and then click Submit Payment. The charges will process on the account in 3 to 5 business days.